Okay, Chris Johnson here with the Through a Postcard trick. Now, this is one of my most favorite things to do. Again, it's not really magic, it's more of a science demonstration. In fact, I use it in my math shows, but you can do this virtually. It's kind of like a betcha. If you have a really small postcard and you want to tell people you're able to push your head through a postcard, or in this case a note card, then it's easy to do so really well simply by knowing how to cut this card. So you can see here that I've got the card folded in half, and if you unfold it, you're going to see the zigzag line, where once it's folded in half, there's a line going this way, not all the way across. Go down a little bit, another line, down a little bit, another line, down a little bit, another line, and back and forth, cutting. And what you're doing is you're not cutting all the way through the card, you're coming just close to the end like this. And what that does, that has the ability of changing the perimeter of the card. So now I'm going to give you an over-the-shoulder view of me cutting the card right along those lines, and you'll see what happens. Okay, check this out. I'm going to cut. You can see here we've got all these lines. The lines are not coming all the way across, and they are staggered from each other, meaning they're not lined up with each other. They go in the staggered formation like this. And I'm going to cut right along those lines the whole way down. So I cut across the first line. And just to make it easier on myself, I'm going to spin the card around and cut on the next line. Spin it around, cut, and I'm just cutting on those lines. Cut, 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 cut all the way down. And by the way, as I'm cutting, you can make these cuts, and these are, about a quarter of an inch wide. You can make them even thinner and thinner. And the thinner you make it, the bigger the card is when we're done cutting. So look at that, we've cut all the way down. And all we really have now is just a card with a bunch of cuts in it. So it doesn't really make it so we can go through a hole in the postcard or the cardstock. So now you can see these top parts up here where everything is folded. I'm going to snip just the top off right here, right along the line, but I'm not going to cut it off here at the end or here at the end. So watch, I'm just going to snip it off right now. I drew another line too, all the way up and down, just to give myself some guidance. So I'm just going to just snip it off the top like this. Again, be very careful with scissors. And not cutting the last fold on the top or bottom of the card. And now look at this. Let me put the scissors down. When you do all that, now you've got the card big enough to put large objects through, or even your head. And it's really cool. It's a really fun trick you can do with your friends.